Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. Another episode of On This Journey. We're back on the couch. We have a special guest today. He's about to make his way through, and I can't wait for y'all to see him and see what he's all about, what he's doing now. He's a special guy. He's from Ottawa. He's a king. He's a pioneer. Let's go. All right, everybody. Welcome back to On This Journey. I got a special guest with me today, man. The man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? My brother, DJ Prosper. How you doing, my bro?
What's good, son? Yes. Finally.
Finally, man. I've been trying to get this man on this couch for about a year, but life happens, but we have him here today, man. So
absolutely.
Welcome to On This Journey, man.
Thanks,
it's an honor
man.
for us to have you. Personally for me,
Mm-hmm.
I think, man, you're a legend, especially in Ottawa, man, because I remember the days when, I was a young buck. I was 13, 14.
Oh.
And, I loved music. And you were part of a group called Nine Planets, and you guys were the first group that I personally seen that kind of crossed borders outside the city. Got brand deals, was on Much Music, I was just mind blown by it, man. So can you tell us really how being part of that group has shaped you as a person, you know what I'm saying, and the man that you are today?
Man, listen, it's funny you bring this is the first time I've been in an interview and they asking me about Nine Planets. Now,
oh, there you go.
You gotta
remember.
you gotta understand that Nine Planets is the roots. It's like my brotherhood, right? So I started being in the music industry before my brothers from Nine Planets.
Okay.
So the guys from Nine Planets we grew up together.
Okay.
We grew up together since grade 6, grade 7.
What? I didn't know that.
Grade 8.
What?
Right? And then the crew started expanded a little bit more once we hit grade 9.
Okay.
Okay. And before that, I was the only soldier in the music industry rapping with my cousins.
Okay,
so
Montreal. You're the originator. You started the
I ain't gonna say that. But
yeah.
I had my group in Montreal with my cousins, and it was called Technical Sense.
Okay.
So I was doing talent shows, this and that, boom, boom. And, I like to call Nine Planets, DL Incognito is the
I remember DL.
He's like the Beyonce of Nine Planets, like the headship,
Beyonce.
So what was going on is that while we were in high school and all that, I was doing ciphers.
Okay.
And, we were just rapping and freestyling.
Okay.
And DL would just sit right beside, not sit, but stand right in the back of us, always being a part of the ciphers, but not spitting anything. Just studying, just being staying quiet too, not doing anything but just being focused, observing, seeing showmanship, seeing, analyzing how people come with bars and the punchlines and everything.
He's being a sponge.
Absolutely.
Taking it all
in.
Okay.
And then out of nowhere, there was one session, he just decided to be like, yo, I got something. We was like, what? We were stunned. And then he just came out with just straight fire, And then that's how he took off. And that's how everything took off with the twins, the Nestors, is DL and Nick. These are like my brothers, till this day, Our families
amazing,
are
man.
raised together and everything.
Amazing, man.
And man, they put all that together. So me personally, I wasn't really officially a part.
Okay.
I was like, if you want to visualize it, the Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
So you got the Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And then
That's how I looked at you guys.
Yeah, you got the
Wu-Tang of Canada.
Yeah.
Man.
So you got the Wu, and then you got Redman, who hangs with the Wu a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was kind of like that.
Okay. I see what you
in the
mean.
music biz. So
what you mean.
wherever Nine Planet was, I was there, whatever, because regardless, it wasn't even a group thing. It was just a brotherhood thing.
Okay. Well, you see, I couldn't even tell.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I just thought it was just one unit.
Exactly. So we support them. They come and supported us and this and that.
That's amazing.
I'm doing talent shows.
That's amazing.
And they were there. They're always there, So
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's family.
Amazing. Yeah, but throughout the years, from Nine Planets, I've also seen you being the official DJ for the NHL, and specifically for the Ottawa Sens, man.
Yeah.
So how is it to be responsible for like the whole vibe for like thousands of fans, man? Like how heavy is that responsibility
Wow.
to like, make sure people are having a good time, and like how do you go about it? Like what's your breakdown on how you do it?
That's a very good question. You know, the opportunity with the Ottawa Senators just came organically.
Wow.
So I have a group called GPN, Gifted Powerful Movement.
Okay.
So that's my movement, and it's more like inspirational Christian hip hop type vibes going on, and in the middle of my set, so all depending of where I'm performing, I was doing a Frost Week at Carleton University.
Okay.
And with the university people, blah, 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 in the middle of my set, I would pull out my laptop and do a little mix to get the crowd hype, you know? And that's how there was people at the event that pulled out their phone filming and sent it to the people at the Ottawa Senators.
Wow.
And at the time, they were looking for an idea to get a younger demographic to come to the games. So they tried me out.
Wow.
And
that's God right there, bro.
Absolutely.
Because like
right?
you didn't even reach out for that.
I didn't even
That's
reach out
energy
for that.
right there.
That wasn't even in my mind.
Yeah.
It wasn't even an idea to be in such a platform, right? So when I got myself in that platform, man, I was just doing what I've been doing, which is motivate, crowd participation, engagement, and that's what caught. You know, that was the hook in Canadian Tire Center. So how I go about it now is that, you know, there's a lot of people with season tickets.
Yeah.
So you can't just go and play the same set over and over and
Exactly.
over. So the real work is at home before the actual game.
Okay.
You know, it's about, okay, how do I match it up? You know, every time you got to be like, there's a lot of people, there's kids.
Yeah.
There's you know, the youngins.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
like,
the 20s, there's the 8, you know, there's the older folks and that. So you gotta have a good brain and my knowledge of music, man.
That's what I was gonna say. You're already like so musically inclined,
the music
right?
for me, I grew up with all kinds of music.
Yeah.
Like, mind you, man, as a kid, my artist as a kid was Elvis Presley.
Wow.
But, like, that was my guy.
For real?
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
3, 4, 5 years old, all the way like maybe 6 years old.
Like, did you?
Elvis was my guy.
Was it because like your parents was listening to it at home, or you
don't
just
know.
personally just got into his
You know,
music? Like
on
that?
Saturdays, the TV show would come because he would
Okay.
do like TV series.
Okay.
Like he would fight, and then after that, break down with the jailhouse rock type music, and that just caught me.
Okay. Wow.
Right?
That's
And just the
amazing.
guitar and all that. And then my older cousins was like, yo, man, yo, bro, yo, you gotta switch it up, man. And then boom, Michael Jackson came through.
Yeah. I'm
you
a big Mike fan too.
Right?
You know,
And then
like-
my sister and my older cousins, they're like about the same ages, and they were listening to a lot of 80s music.
Yeah.
And they would jam to Phil Collins,
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper,
Yeah.
Boy George,
Yeah.
Wham, all these kind of people. So that music resonated to me. So
Yeah.
when I knew I had to go over there, I knew the type of crowd I had.
Yeah.
So to see, at the time I had my long dreads and everything.
Yeah, I
to
remember your
see-
dress.
Number one, black man,
Yeah.
hockey, hockey and black minority, you know, and hip hop, you know, how is this man know how to flip this to a Phil Collins, Lionel Richie, and and then Drake comes in, and then Jay-Z comes in.
It's like generations.
You know what I'm
like you're
saying? I
jumping
would
from
just
generations to
bop,
generations.
bop,
Yeah.
bop, bop, and then that's how. And then ABBA, you know, I would rock some ABBA, rock some YouTube or whatever, right? And also my choice of music is very tasteful. That too, I would be very tasteful, no profanity type music and all that. And then boom, people just caught it, man.
Amazing.
But people caught the energy, the interaction.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's
I
not
feel
just
it.
about playing. It's
I've
just
seen
about
some of the clips that you've put out
yeah.
and the crowd reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, it's DJ Prosper doing
Oh,
this. You know what I'm
man.
saying, bro? So,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, it's amazing to see you doing that, man. But, you know, we're going to jump into something a little more serious, man. So you've been you've been very open
Yeah.
and public about your battle with lupus.
Yeah.
And you have a foundation as well.
Yeah.
That you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That you have a foundation as well that you
Live,
built.
love, and prosper
Exactly.
foundation.
I've seen
Yeah.
that as well.
All right.
So, if you can, brother, just take us quickly on how, you've dealt with it, the support that you've had, and where you are with it now, and what advice you would have for anybody facing
Chronic
health
disease.
issues or something like that,
Yeah. Since 2013, I was diagnosed with lupus.
Okay.
And I didn't know what lupus was, And, I was feeling like there was one time I was at work and I was just walking and I couldn't walk. Like I couldn't understand. But it was that type of cramp, like if you've been running the marathon or something and then your legs are
cramping.
But the thing is, I knew I didn't do nothing. I didn't play ball. I didn't, I didn't go to the gym or anything. And I couldn't get myself to the washroom down the hall.
Wow.
So I didn't understand that. And I was like, okay, 1 day, 2 days. And then one time I'm at Walmart and then I'm walking and I'm like, I'm stuck, right? To the point that I had to call somebody to be like, yo, B, I can't even get to my car.
Wow.
So you try to fake it. You're just standing on your, on the side and stuff. And then I got carried a little bit to the car, not knowing what was going on, what it was. And then long story short, because it's a long story, I'm going to try to condense it.
Yeah.
When I got to the hospital, I had taken an x-ray at a clinic.
Okay.
And then, they're not supposed to give you results or anything. And the nurse that was taking my x-ray just came out of in the waiting room with the x-ray envelope.
Yeah.
And was like, patched it right on my chest and said, okay, so here's your x-ray. You're going to take it to the hospital like you told me to, right? Da-da-da. I had never spoken to her or anything. So she was like, okay, so just like you told me, here it is. And make sure you tell your doctor that we took it and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
So now it was like she was telling me, you better go to emergency right now.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I guess she wasn't allowed to say that. So she was talking in codes with me. I got to the emergency. Boom, 7 doctors showed up after seeing the x-ray. And I was like, what's going on? What's the problem? And then they were like, we don't even know how you made it here. What we see in the x-ray, you would supposed to be like
done.
Done. How did you walk here? Because your lungs is like full of fluid.
Wow.
We don't even know how you're breathing.
Wow.
How you're functioning right now.
Wow.
So boom, I got admitted to the hospital. They had to drain the liquid
out of your lungs.
Out of my lungs. So like a lot of boom, boom, boom. And then they did a lot of tests and then they diagnosed me with lupus.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I've been living with it for a while. It's been it was an up and down roller coaster ride because at first I didn't accept it.
Yeah, of course.
Because those are things that, what I mean?
Of course.
And then you just go about, you feel normal and stuff like that. So I wasn't taking my medication on a regular basis. And then 2017 came and then I get a call and my doctor was just asking me if I was all right. I go, what do you mean if I'm all right? Well, we just got some results of your blood work and your kidneys are being affected. So you're going to have to come in and we're going to do biopsy and everything. So that's when I found out that my situation was serious. My flares was going to my kidneys. Wow. So fast forward 2025, a lot's going on in my life. I got a family in 2022.
Okay.
Everything, blah, 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 blah. Stress, a lot of stress was going on. Got laid off from work. So I'm thinking I'm just stressed or anything, And then what happened was, boom, I felt ill. I went in for blood work.
Yeah.
And then when I got the results on my phone. And then I saw the numbers and I kind of knew what it was. And I saw numbers that I saw numbers that I never seen before. And I was like, ooh, that's not good. Because what it is your creatinine, right? You have your creatinine, it has to be under 100 to have normal kidneys, right? Once it's past 100 and up, that's when things are in trouble. I was at 300 all the time.
Okay.
So I had to take medication for that to stay stable. But at the time that I was telling you about, I was like 900, 1,000. So I knew that it was really bad.
Yeah.
So now I got admitted to the hospital, boom, boom, boom. And then I got complete kidney failure. And then I had to be on dialysis.
Wow.
So all those things are things that I had no clue about.
Yeah.
I didn't have like family members that went through it or knowledge of friends that had parents that, so I never had heard of it. So I was like clueless. I was like, wow, so how did I deal with it? To answer your question,
man, it's
actually.
safe to say, man, you're a warrior.
Oh,
man. You know what I
man.
mean? Like you man, you're a warrior, man. That's what it is, man. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, it was God, like you said. It was really God.
Yeah. 100%.
Because my mental was gone.
100%.
You know,
when you give up on yourself mentally.
Oh man, and I have like a 3-year-old daughter. I have 2 older ones as well.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So
I was just about to
That's
get
another
into that,
thing.
man. I was
That's
just about to
another
get
thing.
into that. I was
Yeah.
like, how do you balance all that you do now that, you're a father, a husband, community activist, DJ, rapper, and you set events as well too.
Right.
How do you do all that, man? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I just remember being in the hospital bed and being exhausted and being like, why me? And just almost giving up on God, almost being like, your Father, man, you know what? And then I was like, you know what? I caught myself. Because every time I was mad spiritually, I grew up to, when you're like, never curse your parents or you're going to get your beatings.
Yeah.
I grew up with, like, I always felt like never curse God, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
No matter what happens,
100%.
don't curse him out. You know what I'm saying? Even though he accepts that.
Of course.
And he knows that.
I feel like before you continue, I feel like as a man too, if you haven't reached a breaking point like that.
Oh, man.
Where like life breaks you.
Yeah.
And then like, your comeback, with God is will be
to
the greatest
another level.
comeback.
Absolutely. And yeah, my relationship turned like to a whole other level.
Yeah.
And I remember telling myself that, you know what, God, I'm cool. I'm cool with whatever happens.
Yeah.
I'm good with it now.
Yeah.
Now finally I accept if I'm gone, I'm gone. But now the problem is I got my kids. So please just give me like a certain amount of, you know what I mean? And I give a specific number or whatever and stuff like that. And you don't mean that. You want more than whatever the number you give.
Of course.
But I was like, please give me at least, And then what happened was literally. And at that time I was depressive. I had told my wife, I don't want no visitors, no nothing. I don't want to talk to nobody today. And there were specific questions that I told God on my own, not even verbally, just inside of me, right? I kid you not. There was this lady that just walked in my room. And she just came in and sat down in front of me and we took a chair, sat down and just looked at me. And for about 3 minutes, not saying a word.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Okay. And then after that, she's
like, you didn't know her at all whatsoever?
No, I didn't know her.
Wow.
Like, okay.
Wow.
And then after that, I was like, all right. Then she introduces herself. Boom, 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 boom. What she does is she counsels people and we didn't call for no counseling, no nothing. Like, she just felt like she needed to come to the hospital room and just talk to me. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
And then while we having
real
a
life
conversation,
angel.
Let me tell you,
real life angel.
When we were having a conversation, she was saying specific things that I had asked about maybe 20 minutes prior for her coming to the room that were answers given by me that was exactly what I was praying about.
Wow.
And she had no clue, only I knew.
That's God, bro.
That this, oh man.
That's God, bro.
And then one of the big message was like, listen, Prosper, it's not about you. You know what I mean? This thing right now.
It's not about you.
This thing right now, you're the one going through it.
But it's bigger than you.
But know that this is bigger than you. And this is just an assignment, and you've been chosen to carry the mantle. That was big, man.
Damn, bro.
That was big, and I think this is the second time I'm saying this publicly.
Yeah.
I say this in my document. I have like a little documentary, my foundation website.
Yeah.
Where I explain my whole story.
Yeah.
liveloveandprosper.org. You can check it out.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. We'll give a shout out to all of that.
Yeah, man. And when I explained that for the first time, I broke down, man. I broke down because, sometimes you kind of forget.
Certain things
those
you
moments.
can't explain. You can't explain how this lady, how things are happening.
Yeah.
And then you feel the power of, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
man. For sure. That will definitely humble you.
Yeah.
Man,
So how I handle that is that I just know that it's part of my assignment, man.
Yeah.
It's part of my assignment before I go, man.
100%.
And that's why now, I feel like God gave me a second chance. Yeah. Anonymously, I got a donor. Let's just grab this up.
Oh my God. Let's wrap it up like that. Tell us about that.
I mean, listen. It takes the average of a person that is going through all this. It takes about 3 to 5 years in order for you to have a new kidney, and that's average. And mostly, it's like from a deceased donor, right? When it is a living donor, it's pretty much from family members, close friends, and whatnot. But people are having a hard time to get a living donor, anonymous donor to give kidney, because people are not educated about it, and it's not an easy thing. By the grace of God, I had an opportunity. First of all, my wife, the backbone, because I was like in depressive mode. I there's no way I was going to tell my story out there and everything, but my wife was an advocate to make sure that my story is being told out there. And I had an opportunity. I had a radio.
Shout out the wives, man.
Actually,
for holding out
big time.
Shout out the wives.
Big time. And I had a radio show at the time at CHRI 99.1 every Sunday, and they reached out big time, and they gave me an interview in order for me to tell my story. The Ottawa Sense Foundation, CTV Morning, they all came through. Based on
what? It's your energy too, my brother.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? The energy you carry, with everybody you come across. When you get these challenges, man, you got an army behind you. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel like.
I got to learn that.
Yeah,
my man.
100%.
I got to learn that,
I feel your energy. That's why I had to have you on this couch, man. You know
Listen,
what I mean? For sure.
I was really surprised by it, tell you the truth. And it's just people were telling me, oh, Prosper sold this and sold that. And, for me, you don't really see that, right? Because you're just being you. You're just being yourself,
of course. You can't feel the energy that you give out from how other people feel it, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So it's just normal to me. That's just what I do, right?
Exactly.
And then for people to just give back like that was humbling. It was humbling.
100%.
And somebody heard my interview on the radio, and he felt led to go ahead and call the transplant department and be like, yo, there's this man called Prosper.
Wow.
I heard the interview,
Wow.
You know what? I just want to see if I could be a match.
I can't believe it. And he was a match.
And he was a perfect match.
Wow.
Sometimes you could be you could be a little bit boom, 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 and you could still get it done. He was like a perfect, absolute match.
Wow. That's God again, bro. So you know what? I feel like God is carrying you through this, man. And like you said, like you've been chosen. And like from the things we've learned from you today and what you've told us is a perfect testament of what happens when you are chosen. Like things work out, beyond your own doing. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? It's not easy. and it's still a challenge. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
of course. It has
It's still
to be
a challenge because
It
when you're
has to
dealing with situations that is divine,
Yeah.
well, it's the enemy that is trying to stop all of that.
100%,
You know what I'm saying?
There's
There's
the two
adversary.
forces always, right?
Hey,
100%,
bro.
100%.
In all types of ways, my
100%,
friend.
100%.
So you got to stay focused. You got to be and then and not be ashamed that if you kind of fell off a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
You
of
know,
course, of
just
course.
be aware of it and catch yourself,
pick
back,
yourself
up.
back up,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Hey, man, look.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, I want you to tell us exactly where we can go and look for your foundation and how we can donate and how we can participate and help everybody going through that.
Yeah. Listen, it's very important. Man, you could catch everything. It's called Live, Love, and Prosper. All right.
Is it
So
.com? Live, Love, and Prosper.
It's .org.
.org.
So
okay.
Live, Love, and
Prosper.
So the website is llpfoundation.org.
Okay.
llpfoundation.org.
We'll make sure we write that at the bottom so people know exactly.
Everything is in there. You could donate through the website, through the emails, or just be a partner. Just put your email in. We all go through something, even if it's not us. We probably know somebody that needs help, that needs a heart transplant, liver transplant, or whatnot, but they don't have the platforms in order to get their stories out there.
Yeah.
So our first program is to get the people that don't have the means, or a lot of older people don't do social media or whatnot, to have an opportunity to tell their story and to be in a lot of different platforms for somebody to come up and step up. You'll be surprised. There are angels in activation mode right now. Right now.
100%.
In order to save lives.
100%.
So very important for that. So I'm happy. Be on the lookout for that. Also, I got new music on the way.
Okay.
I have an album coming out in July.
Amazing.
It's called the Journeys Playlist.
Amazing.
Very important.
Amazing.
It's my perspective of what the type of music that I was listening to while I was going through all of this.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the music is very therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's very hype.
Tune in.
I have
I'm gonna
a
tune in.
single. I have a single out right now. It's called God 2 Great. God #2 Great.
Okay.
Featuring Radical and Godina.
Amazing.
Check that out
Amazing.
in all the platforms.
Amazing.
And man, and listen,
My bro.
I'm back.
He's back like he never left. Hey, man, I want to thank you for coming through today on such a short notice.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, it proves what type of person you are, what type of man you are. I called you late last night,
man,
and you showed up right away, man.
Let's
So
go.
I really
Let's go.
appreciate it. So we are back, y'all, on this journey. DJ
journey.
Prosper.
Look at that, on this journey.
On this journey.
And
you
y'all
know
was
what I'm
called the
saying?
Journeys Playlist.
Exactly, man.
What?
Shout out to my shooter, my boy
Let's
Fresh
go.
Anderson.
Let's
Being
go.
10 toes down with me on everything, man. And it's a beautiful day today. We're glad to have you, man. And we're going to enjoy the rest of our day.
Let's go. And
Let's
Hades in the World Cup.